Hi, my name is Agla, and today I'm going to just share my yoga practice with you. I'm not a teacher, I just love yoga. So I'm gonna just combine whatever exercises I want into it, and it's kind of a freestyle. And I hope this is helpful for somebody. Feel free to, work out along at home. So normally I like to start out with some kind of warm up, which is not how most yoga practices usually start. So I'm gonna do um, burpees. I'm gonna do like 10 burpees. So and I can't do push-ups, so don't judge me. I think that's 9. I forgot to count. This should be 10. And then go into down dog. So the body's a little bit warmer right now. And now is a good time to kind of stretch out your legs. So take some steps and lift one of your legs up and wiggle around the ankles, bend it, kind of just get it moving a little bit. And then do the same for the other, of course. You can move around your neck to just kind of get comfortable in this position. And then we're going to do our first sun salutation of the day. So jump forward and stand up, keeping your fingers on the mat. And then do a half lift and allow your back to stretch forward. And go back down. Relax your spine completely. Just kind of loosely shake it out a little bit. Your ribs can like rest on your thighs. And then lift your hands as you stand up. And you can put them together and lean to one side. And remember to think tall as you do this. And to the other. As you inhale, and then as you exhale, go back. And go back down. And hop your feet back or take a step back. And go down to cobra. And up dog. And down dog. let's do that one more time. So we're gonna jump up and half lift. You can look forward for this. And then down and up and to one side and to the other and back down. And for anybody who doesn't know, your hips width for your legs is with about both your hands in front of you. So that's how far apart your legs should be in down dog, in general, when you're standing. So that is the rule. So now we're going to put our right foot out and feel like as if somebody's pulling you from behind away from your body. So you're just extending it fully out away from you and then lift all the way up. You can bend your knee here if you want and move it forward. Two between your arms, and we're gonna get into warrior one. So it's best to raise your arms as you lift your torso. I don't even always do this, so don't worry, but so your knee should be right above your ankle. You can go as deep as you want. Your back leg should be perpendicular, your back foot. And you want to stand tall and you want your hips to face the front. So not to the side, but like this. And this will stretch this part of your leg and your hip flexors. And as you stand here, normally in yoga, they tell you to stand tall and you want to have your shoulder blades back. So don't raise your hands like this where your shoulders disappear and your neck disappears, but have them down, and you want your palms facing in. And what I like to do here is actually activate my shoulders too, so I rotate them. And, keeping your balance, your core engaged. So do like 8 circles like this. I think this is 7 for me, maybe. And 8. And then do some just out to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And put your hands back up. And we're going to just go down. Put your foot back. Do a little down dog. And hop your feet to the front or step. And let's do a sun salutation. I'm just gonna drop back down after this, so. And now we're gonna do the other leg. So lift it high in the air and feel like as if somebody's pulling it away from you. But it doesn't have to be too high, not the highest you can go, just farthest away from your spine. And then lift it higher, and you can bend your knee if you want. and move it through to between your arms. And then rotate your back leg. Put your hands out so they go with your torso as you stand up. And when I'm in this pose, I like to really try to open up my chest to feel like I can breathe and I'm happy here, you know? I love this pose. Go deeper if you can, by the way. And let's do some rotations. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then at the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you can, try to keep the shoulder blades back, and let's go back down. Do a sun salutation. You can go to down dog from here or just dip down. And this time, while you're up here, let's do chair pose. So all you have to do is stand. So let's go back down, put your arms and measure. Put your fists between your feet so that you can see your hips distance. And then raise your hands. Actually, yeah, so come back down. You can bend your butt. And then from here, just raise your hands along with your torso and sit. And once again, you want to keep your shoulder blades down. You want your spine to feel long. And obviously this is good for your booty. And if you want, you can put your hands together. So let's just do it for a little bit. Okay. And go down and hop back. Okay. So we're going to do the warrior pose again, but we're going to add to it this time. So leg goes up, leg goes forward, and hands go up. Oh, see, I didn't put my hands up with my torso this time. Well, anyway, this time they go out. And for this pose, I normally like to move this leg forward, the front leg. And you want your arms to feel like they're being pulled apart from each other. This is also another great time to do some rotations if you're into that. And I'm going to just move my torso to the forward, to the front, as if I'm trying to grab something. Rotate my palm, and stretch the hip. So for this, your back arm, you can put it on your thigh or on your calf, just not on your knee. Okay, and then let's go back. And now we're going to put this arm on the ground and lift this one up. So this opens up your hips, and once again, you want to be able to breathe deep. That's really what I try to do in every practice is like deep sustained breaths. And some teachers even have in their practice different kind of calls. So they'll have you do like a just to relax your jaw, or take really deep exhales, and I think those are really good. So, and you want this, it's okay for this arm to be almost like pressing into your thigh, but then we're going to rotate them. So put this hand down and try to keep your feet as they are and open up the other side. So this is rotating your spine. And of course, working your thighs a little bit. Okay, so I think that's good for now. You can put this arm down, move your leg back, and do a sun salutation. I forgot the half up. Half lift. And hop back, and let's do the other side. Sit. A big mistake that a lot of people make is do something like this, or kind of curved. You want to just be comfortable. You want to just have your spine up and your hips directly under your shoulders. And you want to be able to breathe really deep. So, we're going to pull this hand forward again. Rotate the palm and go back. And don't forget to bend your knee. This hand in front on the inside of your leg and lift the other arm. If you can, put your entire hand on the ground. If not, that's okay. And bend your knee as much as you need to where you can. And switch arms while keeping your legs the same way. So. And let's go down. So we can hop back to the front again. Half lift. Down. And here, put your arms and elbows together and kind of let them hang loosely. Just kind of relax and wiggle it out. And then we're gonna lift our hands up for sun salutation. And from here, let's do one of my favorite poses, which is tree pose. No, you know what? Let's do zipper, chair zipper pose. So put your feet together, your hands together, and then you're going to just sit your booty down as if you're trying to sit on a chair, but keep your torso up and your shoulder blades down. So I just had my shoulders like this, lower them, take a deep breath, and sit. Let's do it for an 8 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you can drop down. That was easy, right? Okay, now I want to stand back up. So, go back up. And let's do eagle pose. Not eagle, tree pose. So we're going to just lift your leg. You can put it on your calf or on your thigh. I can't put it on my thigh without using my hands, so let me just try. So. So for this pose, the trick to staying focused in every pose and balanced is to have a point in front of you to look at. And if you just look at it, it relaxes your entire body. Okay, and then after this, don't just put your leg down. We're going to actually tilt our body forward. So take your hands apart, and then this, keep your knee up, goes back and shoots out, and you're going to move forward. My favorite poses. It's called dancer's pose, I think. Okay. And from here, you're gonna put your hands down and then lift your leg. It should be stretching the back of your leg that's on the ground. And let's go back down and do the other one. So, stand up. Put your leg in tree pose. Whichever way you want. You can do it here or higher up. And then we're going to do the same thing. So relax this leg, keep your hands straight, and shoot back as you lean forward. And here you want to shoot your arms out and your leg away from your body. Like stretch them away from you. And then hands down and lift the other leg. Alright. good measure, while we're down here, let's do chair pose again. One more time. So. I don't know if this is a pose, but this is just something I want to do a couple times so you can do it with me. Put your, go up to plank and then just lift your hand a few times and rotate. Let's do that 8 times. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And from here, I think we can start wrapping up this session. So let's do pigeon. So put your hand up, or your leg up, and then you're gonna put your knee between your arms and kind of plant it in front of you. And this pose is really hard for me, so I'm not perfect at yoga. And then essentially it's gonna be stretching this leg, this butt part, and your hip. You can actually sit like this and it'll really stretch your hip flexors a lot. But you're supposed to kind of, from here, just lay forward. And for a long time, this is as deep as I could go. But a lot of people like to just lay all the way down. And you should be able to breathe. You should be able to breathe pretty deep and pretty normal from here. So if you can't, you can just be like this. And that's totally okay. I usually like to engage my hip flexor and try to lift my knee behind me. So I'll put my hand down here usually and then lift it and use my other hand, wrap it around my foot, and breathe and sit up straight and try to wrap this hand. And stretch my thigh. We sit a lot of times in chairs all day, so stretching your hip flexor is so important. It really helps you feel more loose and open to the world and to yourself and more in tune with your body. And honestly, just sexier. Like, doing yoga when I started back in college was like the first time I ever felt like hot, just walking down the street, like just confident and having fun with it. So that's why I love yoga. And I lifted this knee up and we're gonna switch. So down dog, lifting my other foot up this time and moving it through. So you want it to be like close to your chest and then just plant it down sink into it. This is the time to feel loose. And just as with this or any of the poses, what's awesome about yoga is if you're doing it by yourself, you can repeat it as many times as you want. You can go faster, or you can stay in it longer or shorter for any of the poses. I love that because yoga is so tailor-made to everybody's specific needs. You can really make the practice work for you. And then at the end of every yoga practice, it's recommended that you simply lay there and just let your body absorb all the changes. So I'm just going to show you. Well, okay, let's do child's pose to close it out. So child's pose is really easy, and this is something you can do in every yoga class ever, and even if you're just ever stressed out, there's variations of it. You can have your hips apart or together. So if you have them together, you just lean back and put your hands by your side and then turn your head one way or the other. And that's really great for your back and your lungs. So I'll show you what that looks like. So as you breathe, all of this expands behind in your torso and your spine. It's so good for you. And it doesn't matter which side you put your head towards. You could do this one too. And then the other variation is with your knees apart and your feet kind of more apart too. So for this one, you're just kind of do the same thing. Usually it starts out in like a down dog or something, or tabletop, and then you just kind of lean back. And this one is better for your hips and your, basically. So then you just put your hands in front of you, and this time you keep your forehead on the ground. You don't turn it. So that is the variations of child's pose. And now you just lay down and your feet are together. Your hands are going to be next to each other like this, basically. Shoulders down. And just breathe for a couple minutes if you can. It's like a meditative time. Just relax and enjoy your hard work.